It's Lilith! And... That's interesting. Okay, looks like... like once again, Botrix is showing both YouTube and Twitch chats again, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyway, as you can probably see by the ping from Gabby, I was testing him out again, and seems AI Leisha still hasn't detected that that I do have an active subscription, so I'll have to email them about it. As for something I have been able to fix, sort of, not sure if you can hear it, but my fan is still squeaking, but I've been able to fix it by, banging it or shaking it, but the problem is I have to constantly do that. So, instead, now I have the fan on swivel mode, so it swivels from side to side, which gets the fan moving for me, which fixes the squeak, at least temporarily. I have to look deeper into what exactly is causing the squeak. I just can't figure it out. I thought it was the part of metal that holds the blades. I tried oiling that with WD-40 and it sort of worked, but then didn't. Anyway, okay. Wait. Now. Now it's not even showing Twitch messages. Maybe... Okay. Yes. Okay. How about on YouTube? Okay. There we go. Anyway, I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader again today. Today might finally be the day I recruit Solomorne again. We'll see, no guarantees. I'm notoriously bad at guessing these kind of things. And let me just place the chat box there as well. Okay. Just to be sure. There we go. On to the game.
Is there money to be made?
Hey, what's this? Tree of Governor by Grayson. Interesting. Oh, let's go. Alright, let's leave this system. Not gonna be having Solomon in my party much, but having him on my ship means at least get some story quests out of him, I assume, so. Okay. For that system. Might as well check in on Dragonis. But Captain, we have found the trail of the elusive contempt. Shipless side in Latin Passage. Pick off the pirates right now. We can catch them before those arrogant scoundrels slip wagon. Okay, so Lantern's Passage. What? 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 What does that mean? There? Oh! Okay. Whoop jump went smoothly, though many crew members reported strange incidents while they were asleep. Sensed someone approaching them, laying a hand on their forehead. Hand seemed to pass through their skin, through their skull. Their emotions, saw their jumps towards some sort of order. Marcos Pascal noticed that the mysterious incident had allowed him to remember some highly obscure tech rituals, which it seemed he had never studied in the first place. Okay, are they still here? Sorry, Solomorne, but things keep popping up. Aha! Hello? White Floater has gathered in a system with an especially prosperous extraction. Younger crew report that all of the void ships share their signatures with the elusive contempt. You hear a familiar, cheerful voice from the box. Shelby, the prospector, sighs theatrically. You're hot on his heels, coming between him and his fortune. The cargo ship's about to take off from the bountiful path, but the road trader herself wishes to rudely interrupt their plans. But that's quite alright. Shelby sounds thrilled by the sudden competition. The elusive contempt captain is ready to wait for the next opportunity, and for now, he'll leave you in good company of his friends. You see the pirate flagship beginning to maneuver into the wharf. Don't let the insolent pirates escape! Fire! A broadside at the elusive contempt. Starboard batteries light up, firing a salvo. The missiles reach their target. Despite directed, the elusive contempt manages to slip away once more. They'll not recover from the damage anytime soon. Right, now to deal with the rest of the ships.
Their efforts will be for naught.
Right. Thanks for the follow, Sheaford. Ah, okay. There's the Botrix notification. Hear that? Did you hear that? It was squeaking, but then it stopped. Right, Ordic joins Pi, and the crowd goes wow. Hi, Ordic. Which way to approach first? I guess I'll... focus on these pirates. More, Aha, I have an idea.
With the force of a supernova. Helpman, take us.
Right, so... Hey, oh! Just out of range, unless... Aha, there we go.
Let them taste our fury.
And on the starboard side... Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Open fire.
Boom! Launch them from this side. Okay, ray shields on port. Let's see. Send the boarding party. And okay, that'll do. Okay.
Coordinates set.
Let's see. Okay, can attack from that side. Oh, almost. What if? Aha!
Macro
That's
cannon.
fair stuff.
Open fire.
Boom! He
Torpedoes
launches
away.
torpedoes from there. Oh hey, you're in range of the lance!
Fire at will.
Here we go! Whoa! Boom! One more! I think it'll actually hit those. It's the first time I've seen those Alderi Sonic torpedoes. I think I noticed that the new torpedoes I installed were Alderi. Ooh! Wait, never mind. And kaboom!
Lance batteries. Falling. Let them taste our fury.
Alright!
I've seen many a glorious victory like this one. And I'll see many more.
Time to upgrade the ship! Ah! Yeah. Oh, and I can another. There's some. Aha! Okay, Might be more adamantium, so keep the extractium there. Wait, have we explored here? I do believe I believe this is the ruins with the pentagram puzzle. Definitely been here. Yep, been here, done that. Hey. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Hey, so before I head to Autostasis, I'll check in on Dragonus. Alright. Wait. What's this? Latter forest, which found new settlement that will expand their influence on the planet. Don't we have the resources? Now the new complex will exceed its architect's original designs. Excellent! Right, so let's see. Not a minimum times. Adoption that grants certain right to commoners. Yeah. Sure. Yep. Okay. Stupid. Take the safer route. Oh? Lord Captain, the Astropathic Choir has received word about a pirate fleet that's been attacked one of our richest extractiums. I believe it's the thugs from the elusive Contemplican. The next target is one of the planets in science of Major Sidrit. Where's... During the warp journey, it's discovered strange objects that have been following the road. It's strangely shaped. Hey, so much for swiveling. Fixing the squeaking of my fan. Something's gotta be loose, or... I'm gonna have to pull everything apart and put it back together. One moment. Okay, I'm back. I've oiled up the fan with a generous amount of WD-40. Yeah, I had to take the fan apart in order to get the tube to spray on the metal part holding the blades, and when I spun the blades around, it made the squeaking sound, which definitely confirmed it was friction from the metal part that spins the blade, rather than something in the motor. If it was something in the motor, that would have been a whole other story. Anyway, seems like it stopped squeaking for now. Anyway, now I smell WD-40 whenever. Wait a moment, I could just think I'd turn off swivel now, so I would have it blowing directly in my face. Anyway, strange objects being found during the road trace voyage done by the destroyed telemetry of strangely shaped vessel of zero origin. Okay. Okay, so where is it? Where's the science of... All the way there! Nah. I'll deal with it later. Well, that I haven't explored. There's room there for warning. Explored. What? I thought you said that was something I hadn't explored. Oh, wait. Now that you know what to look for, your organs easy. Okay, traces of the mysterious underground constructions. Okay, so now I can... This operation is difficult, but proceeds without a hit. The machine makes way to unusual constructions and return carrying priceless samples. Seemingly uninteresting, these plates of ways of heat-resistant material cause great excitement among the tech priests. Okay. The explorers are convinced you are hauling the artifacts of a unique ancient Xeno civilization. The crew is now calling builders from the flame. These creatures were accustomed to the incredibly high temperatures of the burning world. They may be a silicon-based life form, or even sentient colonies of bacteria. More evidence required if the research is to continue. Okay. Let's go. Now, what's here? Unidentified anomaly. Let's check it out. Oh! Oh! That's interesting. Be cautious. Looks like a warp rift or something. This cavern of the cosmic void is interrupted by what looks like a bottomless hole. Sight cannot pierce it. No stars, no planets, no cosmic dust. There's only total darkness. A black hole? The Augur team has failed to glean any information from the anomaly, and under the influence of a mysterious force, the void ship is slowly drawn into the heart of darkness. Oh! Sounds like a black hole! There. The officers on the bridge worriedly look up from their cockpits. Machine screens turn on and off chaotically, not obeying any of their operators' commands. The walls of the bridge, the crew silhouettes, and the ship's hull machines tremble and stretch like rubber bands. Okay! That is a black hole. Alerts of malfunctioning conductors and maddened chronographs come in every deck, as do reports of indescribable hallucinations gripping the crew. While the tech priests are trying to place the machine spirits, helmsman Rather reports that the situation is bad. Navigational systems are barely functional, and the invisible forces getting stronger and accelerating, ceaselessly dragging the vessel into its dark bosom. There's little time left, and the Lord Captain must decide: leave the dangerous place, or give into the force and study the anomaly from within. Have the archives contain any data on such anomalies? You operators managed to bring an amount of useful information out of the archives. Such anomalies are extremely rare, randomly appearing gravitational wells which connect different points in space. Where such a well leads is impossible to predict. I don't want to go somewhere else completely. Break out the anomaly. Barely overcoming the anomaly's pull, the void ship crawls out in the other direction. A nightmarish cacophony of moans, prayers, and the screech of metal fills every deck. Thousands of people are gripped in peg, their bodies tearing into thin, twisting threads, fraying and tearing to pieces, exposing veins, bones, and internal organs. By chance or by the Emperor's grace, the void ship successfully clambers out of the tenacious grip of the anomaly. Its influence dissipates. Onboard systems return to normal one after another, and the deformed bodies of the crew take on their original shapes, as if nothing had happened. Now, the only reminder of this event is dull muscle pain. Maybe we'll go back investigate that further after picking up Solomorne. Move the extractum there. Anyway, they're pirates. King Cross, this gate! Let's live to find another day! Yep, you. Smart move. But too bad.
Helmsman, take us in. Make every shot count.
You won't make it out. Coward.
Salvo.
Bye-bye.
All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Okay, your turn.
Macro cannon. Open fire.
Boom. That was quick. Just those torpedoes left.
Let the void sort them out. Let them taste our fury.
Pew 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 pew.
Engage the engines.
No!
Keep up the pressure.
Oh, hey! Boom! Alright. Easy! Okay, I haven't explored this. Now. Already explored. Okay. I'll come back to that anomaly later. Okay, so okay. Whispers behind your back. How come has gun spraying in sewing rooms concerning the rogue traders? Among aristocracy. We'll have a social event. But it's such success that it scatters rooms to the winds. Aristocrats charmed by the rogue traders' generosity present gifts as a show of gratitude. Okay, let's see it. Rumor that there's several warp guides, convicts, unsung symptoms of navigators. Maybe we'll have to hunt them down and press them into service. Yeah, it's that's security, which seems this planet needs. Okay. Anyway. Yep, that WD-40 worked wonders for the fan. Greetings, your ladyship. You've come to collect him, haven't you? Overseer Alpha, I mean? Yes, I did come for Solomorne. Where is he? Emperor be praised. I mean, he's not far from here, carrying out routine cell inspections. I've no problems. I him. Look a little disturbed. Is Solomorne causing trouble? Oh, certainly not. He's up to through and through. I bet the discharge one. It's just jail's rebreather amidst such so diligent work that us common people cannot keep up. State plainly what your problem is. Your ladyship, Erebus 6 is a grim and dismal place, but how shall I put this? Master Anfa has made it unbearable. He's introduced new policies. Each shift now begins with penitential snorting, followed by an inspection. Even the slightest offense merits 10 lashes, thorough search, and yet more punishment. I'm talking about the jailers here. Do you spend your days breaking your back under the sun's scorching gaze? Do you sweat and bleed as he licks at your skin with his flaming tongue? Space Marine's glare seemed to have pinned the pure man where he stands. No? Then tell me, what part of your duty do you deem unbearable? Ofgar lets out a heavy sigh. Humans grow weak. Is their blood thinning? I wonder. Why is Solomorne dictating procedures? Are you not in charge here? He over... This is the first time he's overstepped bounds. I'm in charge of just this sector. Or was in charge anyway. The head of the colony, he said that. Now we have an ex-opter, we should heed his wisdom and learn from it. Told us planetoid-dwelling dust gorges too, but that is beside the point. I need to see Solomon immediately. Sounds like he's been causing trouble. Emperor, bless you.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Nothing wriggling in the prisoner's bags, rat grailing on flesh. Ugh. Come on. What the? Doesn't matter, you're already dead. What the? Huh? Someone turned sharply towards you. He's not wearing reaper and fresh bandages peek out from under his uniform. Form Proctor roared with rage. Who opened your cells? Who did it? Speak, or your death will be... Seems Solomon is breath away from lunging for you next, but recognition glimmers in those deranged eyes, and his voice goes quiet, as if all his strength has fled him. Later? What happened here? Break attempt my life! The second one today! One of the jailers left the cells unlocked so the prisoners could do their dirty work. No matter, I'll find the culprits and execute every one of them. Come, I've already submitted a petition to have you restrained. I was told that you'd been discharged. How'd that happen? Failed the mission. Failed everyone! Someone clenched his teeth. Too many enemies. The situation was against us. No, I'm not making excuses. My first mission to go away, but I didn't have Glacier with me. I'm sloppy. I'm focused. I was the retreat too late. I managed to drag out one of the arbiters into the infirmary. The man died of his wounds. Bottom line, the objective was not accomplished. 10 arbiters were lost, and their commander was somehow left alive. Like a coward, I hoped to execute. Marshal sent me to rot on Verbus 6 instead. He was right to do so. Why are you not wearing a rebreather? There, here's noxious. I am too used to arbiter helmets. They do not cover a lower part of the face. As for my well-being, frankly I couldn't wear any less. Come, I've already submitted a petition to have you restrained. No, stop! I can't leave. I'm guilty. You're not in your right mind. Let me help you. Get lost, rogue traitor. Someone says without mouth, but his lips stretched into a fell, grotesque smile. There's nothing more you can do here. Someone answers guilty and stepped down from his post. Guilty? What are you talking about? I've judged myself and had it down since. Not because the demotion was the last straw. Can't do it anymore. I can't look at the lying governors, scoundrels who succumb to corruption. The zeros who consort with him because won't take me is permitted under the law of your sector. Above all else, I cannot bear to look at myself. An arbiter is becoming partner seems, who turns into Rekval's dog, who someone released a ragged sigh. Who no longer believes the ex-imperials prevail anywhere at all. It looks down at the man, but voice sounds slightly gentler than usual. You have seen the true face of your kind's world. Ugly, cruel, and deceitful. but the pain you feel is not the end. You have a choice, even now, even here. And what about Glacio? I don't have the right to keep him anymore. Reaching his metal fingers towards Sidemaster's head. Stop, just sort of touching it. Deliver him to the Marshal. You'll find Glacio a new master. Someone suddenly raised his hand, face twisted in torment. Perhaps his injuries are causing him pain. Or perhaps the words he is trying to force out. Glacio, Foco, Mortem A. Get out the target. Someone points a trembling finger at you. But Sidemaster does not react. The scarlet light of his eyes stare at someone. Now muscle beneath the dark coat quivers in response to the order to leave his master. He is not listening to me. Is this the aftermath of that damn mission on Fasa, or did the tech breach have to reset him to basic protocols? Oh, what difference does it make? My dog! I can't even give him one last order. Why now, Glacio? I'll protect you from the convict. That's not enough for you? We used to act as one, but not anymore. The last remnants of my composure are gone. Look at me. I'm a human scrap. Not an arbiter, just an appendage to a Sidemaster. Even so, I am not leaving without you. You will. You can't stand it forever. You're in pain and you're hurting yourself. You want to block it out. Wounds need to be healed, not open up further. This pity. How far I must have fallen your eyes to have come to this. Number 6 has become your own twist reflection. Of the torment is part of your own punishment. Your own kind of violence, tired of carrying out executions. All this is because of me. They all get what they deserve. But for some reason, I no longer feel satisfaction carrying out my duties. You're human, just like the people you judge. Make peace with yourself and find a new way to serve the law. One's iron fist clenches slightly. Never thought I would take comfort in naive platitudes. Clearly, I'm losing my grip. You protect Glacio, and draw strength from that. Perhaps one day you'll want to protect human lives too. I'm too used to hating. Solomorne rests his hand on the back of Glacio's neck for the first time since the two of you began talking. I don't even know what life without hatred would look like. Not so lousy, perhaps. Metal fingers close around Glacio's collar. You've convinced me. To avoid with Warhammer 6. My place is not here. Ready to serve once more. Alright! I'll head to the ship once. Need anything, can find me at my usual post on the bridge. Alright! One will be relieved to have him off.
Keep your wits about you.
Right, I'll go to the bridge and talk to him. Oh. No, wrong end. Solomorne!
Rogue trader.
We should discuss your return from Abyss 6.
Yes, I've been looking for a chance to have this conversation. I must tell you something about my past, so that we might consider the matter closed. If you agree to hear me out, that is.
What do you wish to tell me?
It's about what really pushed me into the pit of anger. Back in Calixis, before I was promoted to Proctor, I served in the same squad with another arbitrator, Emerson. He wasn't just a comrade. We entered the Schola Progenium together. We went through training together. We were assigned to the same hive world. He was like a brother to me, and I killed him.
Oh.
We ran into an ambush during a raid, all because Emerson sold us out to a crime syndicate. I was badly wounded in the fight, lying on the floor, barely alive. The rest of the squad had gone to scout the area, and Emerson stayed to guard me. He didn't notice that I was awake. He was talking over the Vox. He kept demanding bigger payment, and when he started giving our coordinates, I shot him in the back of the head. I figured that we weren't making it out of there alive, so I logged my final report, attached my Vox to Glato's collar, and told him to return to the headquarters. Then, I passed out again, and when I came to, I had already been captured. The heretics tortured me for days, but I held on until the exaction squad arrived.
Why'd the heretics capture themselves just killing you on the
I
spot?
was right by their contact's corpse. They had to know how I found them out, and what else I knew about them. They tried to beat the answers out of me, tried long and hard. I kept my mouth shut, because I knew that the second I started talking, they would dispose of me.
What happened next?
I was put under investigation, but was cleared of the charges and assigned to Piety without Glato. The most corrupt hive world in the Drusis marches. 2 years among the vilest dregs of humanity. It was a test, and I passed. I got my promotion, got Glato back. But after Emerson's betrayal, I was never the same.
Sorry you had to do that to your friend. You deserve better.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
You recentered yourself?
Firmly. It was your words that pulled me out of that darkness, and you have my gratitude. I've been reflecting on the spirit of his law and what the Emperor himself wants for us. If anyone had told me before that I would be thinking about things like that, I probably would have caved their face in. But the truth is, I no longer see heresy in such thoughts. No, it's the opposite. I feel like they bring me closer to the Emperor.
Hey, how's Glato? Do you two act as one again?
You need not concern yourself with Glato. I recently finished checking all his protocols. His responses are instantaneous. I cannot pretend I haven't missed his companionship.
I've asked all I wanted.
It is about time we changed the subject.
It feels strange to be without your unit.
Never been a part of a rogue trader's escort before. That said, I adapt to change more quickly than you might think. And as long as Glato is with me, I can handle any transition.
Can we discuss the mission of Facera?
Of course. Which part?
What do you think we could have done to satisfy the prefect?
I do not know. It was one of those tough situations where only time will tell how well you handled them. If I were in your position, I would take the prefect's evaluation in stride and learn from your painful experience on Dasara. Sometimes, life knocks the wind out of you in a way that can't be dodged, so it helps to learn how to take a hit.
Prefect can say what she likes. I'm convinced I made the right choice.
I'm not going to call the prefect's judgment into question, but you had to make a difficult decision, and you made it. You took responsibility. I appreciate such qualities in people.
Enough about that.
Discuss something else? You know where
I have a business to attend to.
Rogue trader.
Alright. Now that we have you on the ship again, now I'll investigate the anomaly further. Anything else to explore here? Okay. And throughout the ship suddenly turned sail. Those were... Just heard, while the Lord Captain was found alive in ship bay, she was... We were on the holy language. Right. Okay. Direct the vessel to the center of the anomaly. The closer the vessel gets to the hole, the faster it is pulled in. Thousands of people on deck are gripped by panic. Their bodies turning to thin, twisting fed, fraying and tearing to pieces, exposing veins, bones, and internal organs. Throwing apart to screws, plates, bolts, and tech priests. Tech priests continue their offer relentless prayers to the machine spit, but the binary chants melt into endless screams and cries for help. Finally, the joy ship jumps into the cosmic tower with a torturous lurch. Oh. Aha! Okay. What do we have here? That once traveled the galaxy is now spin sign void. Okay, we've been there before. Oh, hey. Wait. Okay, take the extraction from there and place it there. Okay, there. Where are we? Apparently been to this system before, but where is it? Oh. We should investigate Kiva Gamma while we're here. Then we'll go there. Urge message to goers. Marshal Sarge requested come into the administration palace for discussion of utmost pause. Alas, the extent of what we know, the mission there. Okay. Bring more voice, text. More food. Both profit. Use disappearance of profit and more frequent inspection of decks and points. Become translucent, revealing knots of muscle, blah blah blah. Nothing I haven't experienced before. So what's going on here? Lord Captain, after the unsealing of Lady Theodore's secret workshop in Kivagara, an epidemic of mysterious tech leprosy has broken out. Opponents mutate into distorted forms, killing their hosts. Machines and even entire assembly halls break apart into fragments that devour each other, fusing into grotesque and insane forms. The Omega 18 Manufactorum epicenter of the epidemic is called off, but the disease will burst out there sooner or later. In the exclusion zone around the Mac farm, must die this plague and find a cure for it. Your will be done. Hey, what the? Mysterious cure for the mysterious disease has still not been identified, but the style of the tech leprosy strands made it possible to control samples of disease using magnetic impulses and turning it into a dangerous weapon. Ooh. Right. This explorer ship. Hey. Right. Well, now we need more plasteel, so since I have extra extractium, right. Compound trackers, I suppose I'll go to... Never been there before, I'm quite curious about it, so... Mysterious sickness struck the clan living in one of the macrocan chambers. The disease quickly spread, causing the afflicted to rife with unbearable stomach cramps. Expire after several days of agony. Before the officers could react, the neighboring clans took the issue into their own hands and flooded the chamber with carbon monoxide. Macrocan was put back into the service of the vigilantes punished for the subject, taking rogue traders' servants into mob justice. Okay. Mm-hmm. What the? I didn't mean to. Oh. Mm-hmm. Just a body shift. Let's play Holy Gifts, okay? Okay. Bambus. Let's just go there. Okay. Anything gonna happen on the way? Oh! Very interesting. Sector, cross expands. Region, or cell prophecy system. Location, Sanctus Nevis. Stair observation chambers, material. Medicine interrogation box records. Conducted by Optic Forces. Entry, chronometer turned since the incident. Witness, hider on. You claim that you left the Sanctum Nevis on the Lady Navigator's orders? Affirmative. This use acted in accordance with maintenance protocol. Step 1. Ends the safe of mechanism for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. I want to know why. Data unavailable. The Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the void chip, but she did not order preparation of the machine spirit for warp translation. Cause, a ritual that cannot be identified by the student's capabilities. The student has received command to interrupt protocol and exit the Sanctum Nevis. Next entry. Comey turned silent. Turned since the incident. No, please, not the figures. I'm gonna break one for every word of a lie I hear coming from your mouth. Now talk. But please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix Lady Navigator's blood into the paint. Then we were told to lock open the shutters so that Lord Captain could see everything that was going on inside the Sanctum Nevis. Space chambers and rock shit. Armor glass can't shield you from warp horrors. I swear it on my soul and the Golden Balloon, Martian Enforcer. The Lady Navigator only wanted to pair pictures. Or a ritual or some such, that's all I know. He wasn't going to use the power of your eye, but I still got far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. Chromia turns. 3 Chromia turns since the instance. We formed an emergency warp barely activated. The gap fill in time, and we are now being dragged into Throne knows where by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Well, tell me, one more time, what transpired in the Sanctum Nevis? I escorted Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open. But then I was told I was on the rogue trade's orders. I could see Lady Navigator clearly through her arm glass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas forward. So she was completely unaware of the world around her. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Nevis. The Lady Navigator picked up her brush. Entranced, she started dragging across the canvas, painting one image over another, and another one over the last, and another, and the Lord Captain notices. There was this thing on the outside. Picture, covered in a layer of fresh blood, was coming to life. Lady Navigator was oblivious, and when the Lord Captain called out to Lady Cassia. Not my Lord Captain's cry. The Lane Navigator uttered. That's why I realized it. The armor glass between us and the Sanctum Navis was gone. And the things in pain, they broke free. And what happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. Lord Captain and Lady Cassia, they... Oh God, Emperor. Creatures, they pulled them both inside the painting. Sir? Mr. Foxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, were lost during the emergency warp jump. Whereabouts is still no. I'm sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. Captain Nodar. Relation Lord Captain personal account. Brought by Nodar. Quickly classified. Access protocol. Little fun blankets. The Eternal Cells ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturb triggered by Lady Navigator's trance was watched over the Sanctum Navis. The void chip machine spirits acted to the surge of the Gym and interpreted the call to action. Thus, the emergency jump into the unknown began. And it was a shrieks of sirens, clang of shutters, and the distant hum of the warp engine. Some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis, toward the creatures from the living canvas, and already gripped Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath, and struggling to scream as she stretched out her hand, and slowly sinking into her own pain, Lord Captain snatched a dagger from the floor and started hacking at the hands, reaching inside the painting. The ritual dagger of House of Cell cleaved the billowing shells, and yet the painted hand reformed itself the moment after the blade passed through which Cassia went limp in the clutches of her horrific creation, and was immediately pulled to the upside of the pain. A moment later, Lilith, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged into the depths of the world Lady Navigator had created. Whoa. Lilith woke, finding herself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. Her body felt weightless, floating in a void strewn with hundreds of Lady Navigator's colours. Some of them bright and warm, glowing, others more skull and heavy. The Captain... I really wouldn't know what to do here, so I closed my eye and remained drift in the weightlessness. No stage and ocean nothingness above any sensation, till an ornate ritual dagger floated before her eyes and remained behind her of a world that once seemed more real than this one. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of Lord Captain's motionless body, and weightlessness released her. He plummeted into the moon abyss of roiling illusions, was now in full control of the body again, then sent into the abyss toward the screams. The Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a roiling abyss. In the billowing moment, Lilith saw two figures milling amid the billowing maroon mist. Other figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, clutching the other. No one, its claws, screaming fiercely. The Lord Captain peered into a strange maroon mist. Swirling mist all around her, Lilith could make out human faces stricken with torment. Not just human faces, also Xenos, Alderi, their features fused together with those of humans, made the crimson spectres look all the more abominable. Their gaze and rage were directed at the two unmoving figures facing each other. The Lord Captain drew closer to look at the figures. One step was all it took for some unknown force to nurse the Lord Captain, seize her, and drag her through the painting's twisted space. Now the Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long-dead navigator leaning over Cassia, clutching her neck with clawed fingers. The shade screamed, "You were given life because of me. You survived because of me. And here you are now, because I have willed it so. Bow before me. Tell me why I wish you here, and your suffering will end. Go on, child. I have waited for so long. Submit to me." Cassia looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lack claw marks on her cheeks. Yet there was steadfast resolve in her eyes. I know who you are, Tisfo Norcello. I know what you crave. I saw it in the vision that you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I will never allow you to become me. His fatigued voice quivered, but he was not about to yield in battle. Lord Captain, urge the lay navigator to fight the monster to the bitter end. Lord Captain's word attracted not just Lay Cassia's attention. Icefire herself, finally noticing the presence of a living creature in that bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and lunged forward, seething with rage. When the entity's claws were millimeters from the road trader's throat, Cassia opened her navigator's eye, and a wave of unbrowed warp energy obliterated Tisfo's spectre before she realized what was happening. The lay navigator traced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The broken ritual had turned out to be a trap for Lady Cassia by the previous navigator of her house, but the road trader ensured that her plan fell to ruin. Now it was time to desert the accursed place. Cassia took the road trader's hand and guided her through the maroon mist and out of the pain. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the sanctuaries 20 days after their disappearance. It was the road trader's void ship had emerged from the warp in an unknown system. Well, that was an event I think I've experienced it before previously, but okay, bit of navigator's insight, not much, but something. Right. So this is Ogre's anomaly. Another well is burning for your eyes. It's covered in geysers, belching forth clouds of incendiary gas, feeding a massive conflagration, enveloping the planet. Thousands of years ago, a single flash of lightning or some other spark caused a chain reaction that transformed the world into a blistering inferno. Now to know what to look for, your augurs can easily locate traces of mysterious underground constructions. The meticulous work of the tech priests and the archivists take forever. Even your astropathic choir master joins the effort, spending long hours in trance relaying messages to those who can help. When the result comes, it is astounding. Like bills from the flame use hereditary bacterial structures to record information. Now facts discovered on burning worlds contain colonies of bacteria whose genes carried the message of these xenos across generations. Their language, however, bears a passing semblance to some of the ancient samples already available to scientists. They managed to make a crude translation of some of these records. Mailed from bills from flame that were not originally colonizing burning worlds. Their homeland was not a planet, but a star. It is hard to imagine what the creatures that evolved in the burning oceans of faraway sun may have looked like. But one day their peaceful existence came to an end. The recordings contain a chilling legend about some cosmic horror that arrived and devoured the sun that the Bills called home. Fearing the monster, they fled and no longer dared sail on stars. Oh wow. The Bills consider burning worlds as the most fit habitation, yet they went extinct shortly after the Exodus, perhaps unable to adapt to the harsh realities of life outside their cell home. Their civilization left a wealth of unique technologies and heat-resistant materials, and now this treasure belongs to the Von Blancus dynasty. Alright. That happened. What do we have here? House of the Atlas. Right, so I need to bring Cassia with me. Yep, leave Jay behind. Hey, level up, Cassia. Done. Aha. Oh. Okay.
Your species is aware of mutilated forms of the oversized wisdom. Does anamorphic ersatz veneration of the Deus Mechanicus exist in your culture?
We venerated Vol, the smith and craftsman, but he is nothing like your ugly deity. He has never sought to replace our souls with wraithbone sculptures.
My options open.
Hello. Hold! Two-stone minions! We had to ally ourselves with the Zeus once more to stop you. No matter, a small price to pay for the death of the cursed child. Why are they? Rome's gold! Has the road trailed us into a trap? Huh? What? What is happening? Ah! Oh. Hello. Oh. Damn, Zeus. This was not the bargain we struck. Throne smite you. Navgo's skin so thin that it reveals the muscles, bones, and innards underneath. Clenches his augmented gold jaw in contempt. What? What does this mean? As the road trader stoops so low to lure the child us into a trap, his lips curl to fury. Regent, Emperor was wrong to trust you. I too wish being enlightened about what's happening here. I don't know what's going on. You stop defying the remnants of the hallowed ground of our ancestors we are semblance of speech, monkey. I can bright clothes glimmer faintly in the dim light of the system star, and the sinister grin on his mask only adds to his menacing and aloof presence. Foul act will soon unfold, where you will pay for the deeds of your ancestors. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull at your strings. Why? Why the Zeus ruins where the palace of the Atlas should be? Why is this place coated like an impenetrable black mist? I'm suffocating. I clutch a breastplate near where her Atlas is, voice feeble and trembling. Three-eyed monkey who sees into shadow. The taint of your ancestors had begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools. An insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Taint? You mean the Atlas Xenos traitor? Silence, traitor! The Atlas is the sacred relic of House Orso. is what elevates us above the rest. How dare you! The Regent's envoy abruptly loosed her breath, groaned as she clutched her chest where her atlas is impaired. I refuse to accept this. Possible. What's this taint you speak of, Xenos? Do you not see it? A friend's voice booms throughout the ruined temple. Where you monkey discovered the Crone World, you tainted it with your crude technology. Despoiled it of its relics. Ruined all there was to the last stone. But worst of all, you sullied the souls of our ancestors, reposed in their sacred vessel, Spirit Monolith. He points his thin finger at the marked crystal floating behind his back. The Harpens around you tighten grips on their weapons. A sea of boundless blue. As she looked around with a stunned expression, her gaze shifting from one Xenos to another. I did not know that living things would do such saturated hues. Would paint this ocean a different color. How did the navigators of House of Cells taint the Spirit Monolith? The experiments. She covers her mouth in horror. This is where she conducted her experiment. This phone. No, it's not possible to consult the Xenos. To violate the word of the God Emperor is known to all Tisphone or Cell. Should anyone show any of the enemies of humanity. That's so. And why is it that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house's coat of arms? Open your eyes! Quiet! Icon's tone is mild, but it's not a request. I'm unsurprised that the truth is hidden from your gazes, three-eyed monkey who see into shale. I realized it the moment I first met you, wretched, begging us to help you destroy your own kin. I sense it within you, our ancestors call their pleas, their endless torment. I knew what you found was a Crone World. I humbly waited for the day you would lead me to it. What is the meaning behind your words, Ather, Group Master? You know that already, Outcast. You've always known. What's this about? What answers have you always known? Wowzer, Cassia. So that is why your presence makes my soul shrink to the size of a river pearl and my throat choke in a collar of thorns. That is why your words seep into my soul like poison, leaving wounds that will not heal. There's a shard of the Spirit Monolith inside you, monkey. Twisted, perverted, invigorating you by making my ancestors suffer. Alas, you're right, Outcast. The ancestor of the three-eyed monkey sought to command the power of the Spirit Monolith. And yet they suffered a fate. Suffered a fair time and again. Eventually, they discovered a way to harness this power. A terrible way. Tortured and unforgivable. They shattered the monolith into many shards and weakened the souls within. And then, I couldn't tremble with fury. Then they placed the shards of the Spirit Monolith inside their bodies to empower their abilities. I never wish to learn such harsh truths about my own house. Cassia buries her face in her hands to feel waves of despair spraying from her frame. Suddenly appears fragile as glass. There's no shame using this power for the good of the Imperium. My whole life I've been taught to honor the Emperor and his light that illuminates our way in the darkness of the Sea of Souls. Place of horror and torment. Been told that all heresy must be eradicated lest its weed spread inside human souls. I am one such weed, Lord Captain, and so is all of House of Cello. Okay, Navigator stares at Cassia in shock. You are more than just a tyrant's heir. You are a successor to a mad heretic, a betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed. You and the Atlas, once and for all. We settle this peacefully. You think the solution is so easy, don't you, monkey? When you die, your soul becomes captive to the Spirit Monolith. This process is deranging our ancestors, have served as the monolith's guardians for aeons, is equally agonizing to the souls of your dead. And the more monkey souls the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. Alderi and the monkey have spent many a dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and integrity is waning. You sense it too. I waged free our ancestors from the pains to separate the monkey taint from the spirit monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We'll all play our part today, and when the final act of this age-long tragedy begins, the monkey players will exit this world stage. Mr. Shadows dance on the Hyphen's mask to draw an unknown device from sleeve. No way whatsoever to separate the Navigator's soul from those out there without killing one or the other. There's things for you, monkey, have desecrated our ancient world. I see no reason to assist you with the foul dance. Save the Navigators from death, and you'll gain a powerful ally among humans. Perhaps the three-eyed monkey who sees into shadow could be of use to the troop. They do not fear the realm of she who thirsts. They cut through it on their steel-winged birds. They even found a way to a crone world that was hidden from our sight. I couldn't lose sound for it. Your words are harmless, monkey. But what will your companion say? Asio gives you a grateful nod and turns to Lycan troops. I cannot change the past, it is true. Nor can I change the fact that my house is forever tainted with a disgrace born of literal or sel's hubris. Yet, all of us here today have the power to change the future and halt the unending suffering that is drowning both you, with your kin and mine. You suggest that the monkey and the Alderi change the future together? Lycan leans forward curiously. I must admit, my leading lay, I'm confounded by your audacity. Go on. My Atlas. Cassia placed her hand on a gilt breastplate. And free the phantoms of my house from the spirit monolith. Guide them to enter my Atlas. Their experienced wisdom will help steer House Orcel onto the path of truth, and allow future generations to avoid the clamorous pitfalls of their forebears. Hagamorag! My leading lay, the shards of monolith are lodged inside the chest of every monkey bound to you by Ty's blood. How exactly do you intend to return them? I shall use the Atlas to sever my subject's connection to the spirit monolith, and then I shall extract its shards from every navigator of House Orcel. This artifact is in play at birth, but that does not mean that ritual cannot be reversed. I witnessed its creation through Chesroon's eyes in my visions. I lived it over and over again. For the memories of the Sefer clan, I can recreate the ritual that will return the souls to your kin. You can save my people's lives. Seldom do humans and Xenos get the chance to resolve their conflicts without violence. I second Lady Cassia's proposal. Malcolm remains as still as the guy's statue for several minutes. Then the Miller's voice behind the mask says, I am willing to try, monkey. No! Regent's envoy draws a pistol. I won't let you destroy the Atlas, even if it is the child's wish. Lady Orcel, you're too young, inexperienced. You simply can't comprehend. You address the future of the Novator of House Orcel, one who survived the massacre of Urak V, who has lived following an attempt on her life at the Palace of Dragonus, who has restored her house's stability. What scant time she has been free, while you, all of you, have spent years destroying it from within. You address one who has passed through the tempest, the Sea of Souls, the true Atlas as a rogue trader's ally. Yet you still call me unworthy, don't you? Young, inexperienced, kneel before me, and I shall forgive you your insolence. Right. House Orcel was always loyal to Navigator Chesroon. Henceforth, it will be loyal to her successor, even if you see fit to lead us down a different path, my lady. Navigator's voice trembles with reverence. Are you done with your performance, monkey? Then stand aside and do not interrupt. Ah, I can feel again the tranquility. The ancestral souls have found peace. Corruption no longer endangers the monolith or this world. Happens now shores now look completely relaxed. Remember our agreement, Cassio. We'll meet again in this place again so that you can give us the shards. Now, be gone from our world, monkey. Right.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
To the bridge. Right, so where are you? Oh, Cassia!
How nice of you to grace me with your presence. I was just thinking back to our journey to the Palace of the Atlas. That is, to the world of Xenos. Remembering that most reckless act has enveloped my mind in a whole palette of hues. But when I think of the great risk you took for House Orselio's and my own sake, an azure shawl instantly descends on my shoulders, and amber sparks flash inside my soul. Please accept my sincerest gratitude.
So you're now the full-fledged Noto of House Orselio?
You of all people should know that succession is a lengthy and tiresome process. While my entire house is busy preparing for a grand council at which I am to ceremonially inherit the late Tisiphane's title, I have decided to remain by your side, to relish just a little more of this carefree liberty. For as soon as I am summoned to do my duty, we must say our farewells.
What awaits the navigators of your house now?
The Xenos have managed to free the souls of our ancestors from their confinement. The memory and wisdom of those that came before us will serve our house, helping build upon the ruins of the present a firm foundation for generations to come. I believe in that, as I believe in the divine light of the Emperor.
So now the entire power of the Atlas is in the Noto's hands?
I suppose so, if by power you mean priceless knowledge. As for the special powers granted by the Xenos souls, the navigators of House Orselio will once again have to contend with their own bodily and spiritual limitations. However, I am undaunted by the prospect, for our line and our gene have never been weak. House Orselio will succeed, and soon we will rise again, draped in white and gold.
I'd like to discuss other
Of
business.
course. I will try to answer any questions you have.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra. And uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orcelio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly?
Allow me to ask you a few personal
You
questions.
have my permission, Lord Captain.
How's your life on the station?
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well.
Do you have friends? Somebody you can turn to for a simple conversation or discussion of another lecture?
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused and died soon after.
Oh.
The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station. And you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence. And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies. I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
A ruler cannot maim people just because it is her power to do so. Contrary, it's the duty of every ruler to look after her subjects.
Your words sound amazingly blasphemous. If a ruler's duty dictates the need for violence, would dispensing it not be their responsibility? I will contemplate your answer in solitude.
Not I. Do you always conceal it?
Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
You're beautiful, Cassia. Do not let anyone or anything convince you otherwise.
You are much too kind to me, Lord Captain. Allow me, for my part, to note the beauty of your shoulders? Yes, your shoulders. Pray let us change the subject.
That got quite a strong response from her. What does it feel like to guide a vessel through the warp?
It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Alronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
I see your love of paint reflecting your speech well. No shade, so many images were used as colors.
The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world.
So you've never lived anywhere other than Iraq 5?
Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orcelio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Perhaps a bit of both. Why don't we talk about something else?
No objection from me, Lord Captain.
What does your special sight reveal?
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it. Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life. Reading Xenos' colors has always been a grueling challenge for me. The boundless palette of colors Iliad emanates is too painful to look at. Her hues are bright, blinding, unnatural, and very, very dangerous, Lord Captain. I would never entrust my safety to a being that screams so loudly and clearly of its alienness to human perception.
Hey.
I regret that I failed to see Iliad's designs through the prism of my own powers, Lord Captain. But now, I think I'm beginning to understand the Xenos' intentions a little better. Their lies, their fear, their fury. Now Iliad's colors are woven together in my eyes into a single garish tapestry of alien emotions.
I guess that's a little kinda.
And though its shining makes my eyes bleed, I see the way Iliad dissolves into the whiteness of grief every time she speaks of home. And the way crimson flashes electrify the air every time her betrayal is mentioned. Jai continues to envelop herself in the variegation of her habitual masks, changing her colors at will like so many garments. But deep within her heart trembles a timid seedling the color of smoky lilies. It is grimy, burnt, and covered in ash. But it is genuine. Who knows? Perhaps one day Jai will allow it to grow and blossom. The
Eh?
fire of a rising sun illuminates Ulfar's face. A blaze so incandescent, it is painful to look at. But whenever the fire subsides, even for a second, at once an undercoat of dismal grayness and repulsive green haze envelops his shoulders. No one around him notices it. But I see. The colorful shards of stained glass have risen up and enveloped Magos Haneman in a swirl of speculations. The silvery glint of metal no longer conceals his anxiety, nor does his scarlet robe conceal his doubts. Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain? The Drukhari, Maradai. Eldari hues are always too bright. They stupefy the mind. But with this Xenos, I can only see billowing darkness where his heart should be. Nay, 1,000 shades of darkness. From a slate-colored haze to the midnight black of a starless sky. I prefer not to peer into the gloom of his colors, Lord Captain. Lest it swallow me whole.
Understandable.
Kibella is bathed in crimson as bright as fresh blood, and its sight is all the more striking in the embrace of impenetrable darkness. And yet, there is no malice in these heavy shadows. They are impartial, morose, uncompromising, and ever consuming what weak flashes of other colors there may appear. The canvas of Kibella's soul has become a battlefield. I see sparks of acid green doubt giving rise to new shades of regret, pride, and cruelty. They are ruining her former palette of anthracite and scarlet, mixing into ever more murky and frightening colors.
Tell me about
As
House
the
Celia.
only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them.
Is your cellular prophecy system named after your ancestor?
You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green hubris. I think Kalain Orcelio was simply a skilled navigator.
I think House of Celia has a rich history.
Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy.
Unfortunately, I'd like to talk about something else. I think we're done. I must
I
take my
have
leave.
enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
I think I've neglected her a bit too much. I'm really taking a liking to her. Retire to my quarters for a bit. need someone from my retinue. Cassia, I want her to paint my portrait. At once. Lord Captain, it's most improper for us to be conversing in your bath chamber. I can't believe you wish me to paint a picture of you this road. I cannot. Careless. Go beyond every standard of decency. Give an opportunity to practice life drawing. Well, you're certainly an interesting model. Never painted people before, but I'm willing to try if you insist. As he picks up a brush, the two of you spend the next half hour engaged in small talk. Your awkwardness soon gives way to intense focus as she becomes immersed in her art. This painting may not be what you have in mind. Still, it's how I see you in your colours. Canvases are well into brightly coloured paints. Outline of the human figures suggested through broad, colourful strokes and fluid shapes. Hard-pressed core portraits. These of abstract images and present do vaguely resemble your form. Style is unique. I like it. Cassia's cheeks turn pink and you feel a flush of embarrassment. You are most gracious. It'd be a pleasure to paint like this again sometime. But perhaps in a more traditional environment. Traditional? How so? Okay. Close your eyes. Okay. So this. Can I do anything with that? Can I put it anywhere? Where's my current portrait? Let's go. Okay, so I'll summon two Dragonus. I'll keep mine. Because disturbing news came from Navigator's Sanctum over the last few days. Actually, there's a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. 4 hours before releasing real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified leviathan had emerged from the boiling warp. Wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. Save for salvation from the warp trap. The void ship crew did everything they could to release their vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp. Bulkheads groaned and snapped, entire chambers depressured, as 300 people felt left alone with the warp's spawn. The box operators go mad as their hair turned grey. At last the Navigator executed an emergency translation to real space, and only the opening of the escape portal made the unknown aggressor retreat. Right, so what's going on here? End of the elusive legend. What's on the ice world? Still can't. Investigate that, alright. I Fusel! Yes, you said hi already, and your message is showing up. Right for him. Will now allow mastering of impressive pen squadron. Right? Oh. Okay, so I need Solomorne with me. That's you with me. Level up Solomon. Double side. Ballistic skill. I'm around that. And weapon. Okay. Right, so who do I talk to?
Is there money to be made?
Hello, Prefect. Marshal Stratus regards the Prefect with an hypo expression. Out of the question! I'll only speak about resolving the situation with road trade directly. No intermediaries. Oh, I'd rather be talking to you than the Prefect. As she speaks, Prefect Volta's augmented hand constantly fidgets with a tattered piece of paper that may have once been a report. But for how much longer might we have to wait for the rogue trader? 10 turns? 30? Twice that? Time is is an invaluable commodity, and we currently have none, esteemed Marshal. Not to mention that PRP expressly states stops abruptly when she sees you. Marshal raises his chin. Rogue trader, the depths of her eyes request that you meet cooperation. The sacred type collected from the exposed expanse is in danger, and you're the one who can negate this threat. What danger are you referring to, Marshal? All of the expanse is ablaze, Rogue trader. This state of disorder jeopardizes a critical strategic location. The planet Leafus, a clandestine world provided by Theodore from Placus, for the purpose of storing the type collected from worlds of the corrosive expanse. Precious cheek twitches. At present, the planet is overflowing with the sacred tribute amassed over the course of decades. After we lost contact with every single ship sent through the Maw in recent years, the decision was made to cease all attempts to transport the types out of the expanse until the warp tumult has subsided. It was just such periods of the Maw's impossibility that the storage world of Leafs was devised. Must be voiced, the prefect cuts across the marshal's speech. If I may provide certain details, as per regulations, prior to being sent to this temporary depot, all type shipments were first brought to Dragos. These deliveries were made using barges crewed by servitors. The only people on board with the privilege of autonomous behavior being key officers and an armed escort. In other words, location of both systems and the planet was strictly classified. Bishop Pack was named with Navigator House. Even I was not entrusted with the coordinates. I shall look right down at you. Given the scarcity of our resources, absolute secrecy in Lithium's main line of defense. However, we are detecting increased activity near the storage world's location. I do not want this, but I'm quite plainly forced to ask for your help. Go to Lithus and organize the extraction of Imperial type to Dragos for further safekeeping. Increased activity? Marshal, do you suspect that someone's trying to find their way to the planet? Marshal draws a sharp breath. Impossible! That means someone commanding vast resources and influence knows of its existence. With no evidence that could support this conjecture. Considering the current state of the corrosive band, pirates and zeros roaming where they please, it's far more likely that the storage world will be discovered by accident. Vastness of Marshal's rejection of your theory is the best proof that he himself considers deliberate search to be a plausible explanation. He is unwilling to admit, even to himself. What can you tell about this? I do not recall seeing on any star charts. At my insistence, it was struck from all astrological data. It was once a peripheral world with no value to type collectors. Why its disappearance did not raise many questions. No one cared about a planet that had enough to give. They don't have a whole secret planet in their possession, and no one cared to inform me. Prefect clasped her hands. I feel Theodore is fond of secrets, and good to keep them. You inherit those secrets when you ascend her throne. But there's so many of them that prizing you of them and all knowledge would be impossible to ask, as is determining the scope of your knowledge. Alright, this must be resolved without delay. I'll go there at once. Marshal nods. I will have the coordinates and passwords transferred to you. They are for your eyes only. Once you have arrived at the location, you are to oversee the type's transportation to the cruise. You'll meet with the barges here and redirect them to your vaults. I must ask that you hurry, your ladyship, or all is lost. Someone didn't actually interact. Is that all I'm here for? Hey. Leave it. What's this?
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, we done here? Oh, I have to collect them. Okay. How far away is this planet? Still have to make it safer. Teams from low decks followed the appearance of a dense purple fog that caused people to develop mutant deformations. Short tentacles, roughly the length of a pinky finger. Since the deformities not interfere with the crew's performance, Maker are not certain whether the phenomenon should be a cause for concern. But the riffraff are already whispering. Let's see. Bosses. Faced us. Interested here. Please. Other world. Now what do we have here? Hey. Okay, so is this where I need to land? Yes. Lord Captain, we are now in Leaf's orbit. The ship has successfully exchanged access code with our Adeptus Arbites outpost. The landing pad is unavailable. Sharp Eye already calculating the Clisspot landing point. Oh wait. Boxcar sim dropped by Crackler turns to ragged ultrasonic hum. Blair, connection returns normal. Then tech priests determined to cause the malfunction immediately. The investigation is already underway. Lord Captain, the incident did not affect the security of our broadcast. Walk into Repro August gang. What was that just now? It appeared to be an intrusion into the Dire Stream. One that was executed using the Dynasty's secret codes. I only assume that we have encountered an additional security measure installed by Lady Theodora. Why is the landing pad unavailable? The Ogres are attacking foreign objects in the way, possibly cargo containers. Ready to send to the surface. Alright, once again, Solomorne needs to join. Okay, that'll do for today. Hey, who do I want to raid on Twitch? Someone's playing Minecraft with Red. Oops, forgot to put a space. There we go. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See y'all later.